Happy Friday, friends. What is going on? Beardman coming to you live Friday afternoon. That's right. I just got back from the golf course. Spent the day golfing with my younger brother and two dudes from Ireland. It was super fun. So got to hear all about their homeland, Ireland, which my wife and I will be heading to here in just about 55 days. So let's get into today's video. And yes, I am tying golf to this game we called life. Just because it's so applicable. And it's been 100% applicable every time in my life. So the game of golf. I started golfing about 5 years ago. And after about 25 years of playing ice hockey, I absolutely sucked. And I would actually say up until this past year, I was pretty not good at golf, right? I would have some great shots sometimes, but most of the time I would not have great shots and I would get frustrated. And there's definitely times that I would say, I'm never playing this game again. So how many times in your life where you're just like, to hell with it, I'm not doing this stuff anymore, whatever it may be. Right? It could be finances, it could be relationships, it could be working out. It could be that you're coming up against something that you just want to give up because it's not going your way. Well, let me tell you, if you've never played golf, that's exactly what golf is. And, for me today, I haven't played in about a month, just because I've been so busy just working on other stuff with Warrior and our business and working on health and everything like that. So to be honest with you, the first 9 holes absolutely stunk for me. I had some good shots, but mostly I had some bad shots. And if you've never played golf before, I highly recommend it. It's a really good test of this, right? It's a good mental fortitude test because you can go out there and you can absolutely kill the game and have fun and have great shots and not struggle, but that's kind of the anomaly, right? Most of the time, since you're playing 18 holes, there's water hazards, there's bunker hazards, there's rough, there's all kinds of things that factor into playing a good game of golf. That's life, guys. How many hazards do you have in the way when you start something new? How many bunkers do you get stuck in that you didn't intend to hit your ball in? You guys see where I'm going with this? Golf is an obstacle. Every hole that you play is an obstacle. And not only is it just that hole itself and the actual mechanics of swinging a club, as hard as you can and hitting that ball perfectly so that it goes where you intend for it to go. If you hit it just wrong, it's going to go the other way. So that's how I attribute golf to life. Actually, as I sit here right now, my body, for whatever reason this afternoon, it has some bloating going on. I don't know why. I've been following my meal plans and everything like that to a T. I cold plunged this morning. I don't know if it's maybe because it was hot today and I'm a little dehydrated, but I'm actually going to go hop in the cold plunge for a second time today to try and reduce this inflammation that's going on into my abdomen, this bloating. Totally unplanned, totally unforeseen, even though I'm doing the right things every day. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey with golf. So in 2020, prior to COVID blowing up the world, I stopped playing ice hockey. And like me, if you haven't learned it yet, I'm not good with the status quo. I don't like the status quo. So I love playing ice hockey. I played 25 years without too many major injuries, and it's always great exercise. But for me in 2020, that season, I ran a team. I was the captain of that team, and it was just like pulling teeth with getting people to show up, and then you don't have enough people, and then you have 5 guys playing the whole game. And I ended up with 2 minor concussions, and it had nothing to do with me. It was guys thinking they were tough and macho and, giving me cheap shots, and I ended up with 2 minor concussions. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to take a break. And if I want to come back to it, I will. I've done that at least one more time when I played hockey. So I decided I'm going to take up the game of golf. A bunch of my friends, especially in the Wellness Way golf. Now my wife golfs. Now my boys love golf. It's a great family thing that we enjoy doing together. And it doesn't matter wherever we go, whenever we travel, we can go play golf. So, but I tell you that story because in ice hockey, when you take a slap shot, all you want to do is murder that puck and hit it as hard as you can, basically, right? I'm not saying it's not difficult. So when I transition to playing golf, that did not translate into a good golf swing. So I've spent the better part of 4 or 5 years trying to work on the mechanics of my golf swing. Because a lot of times, guys, this is also how it relates to life. Like when we start something new and it's difficult and it's not easy and, you're struggling, you often want to revert back to a more comfortable place or something you used to do so that you can say, nah, that's not for me. And so, there's been times where I'm like, I don't know why I'm playing this game. I just cannot figure it out. And again, it's all up here. It's mental. Yes, there's a physicality to it, but I stuck with it and I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I said, today I got to take my brother out for his birthday and we had a great time. It was fantastic. It was fantastic just to be with my brother and then these 2 other guys from Ireland and just go out and be in the sun and play golf. But going back to my slap shot when I played hockey, that did not translate very well to golf. And it literally took up until this, season that I started to figure it out. Because when I first started playing golf, you know what I'd do? I'd have the horrible right slice. It would come off straight and then it would slice right into the woods. And if you don't play golf, that is not a good thing. You want to hit the ball straight. You want to avoid the hazards that we talked about, just like life. The struggles in life are definitely not linear. So for me, what I had to do was I had to correct the club face of my swing. And it's as simple as changing the club face 1 degree, right? So if your club face, when it strikes that ball, it comes here, is off just 1 degree, that ball can end up in the woods. You can end up slicing into the woods like I do so many times. That's life, guys. If you're just focused on changing that club face 1 degree, then you can hit the ball straight. So in golf, if you get that club face square and you're not off 1 degree, then that ball will go where you're intending it to go. You guys getting it yet? It's pretty freaking cool. And so often we get caught up in what we're doing wrong and we want to retreat because there's struggle and it's not going the way we want to, or we lose our cool because we didn't hit a perfect ball. And it's that simple. It's that changing 1 degree shift that you can apply to any area in your life. For me, right now, it's doing stuff like this, stuff that I wasn't doing too frequently. I've changed that 1 degree. I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm doing something new so that once I get that 1 degree in that club face square, my trajectory is straight forward. And too often we get caught up in everything else. How are we holding the club? Do I have the right ball height on the tee? Is my swing too slow? Is my swing too fast? And sometimes you just need to focus on the basic mechanics. And it's no different in your life. It's no different in, you know what? I don't work out right now. So tomorrow my 1 degree shift is I'm going to start taking walks after dinner. Or, Maybe your finances are messed up right now. Cool. I'm going to see what I have in my basement, and I'm going to go start selling some stuff for free on Facebook to make some extra cash so that I can go do these things that I want to do. Maybe your marriage is on the rocks and you haven't dated your wife or your spouse in a long time. That 1 degree shift in that club face could be asking your wife to go on a date. Go on a date, get connection, or maybe you need to start meditating so that you can talk to your creator. And then the next day, you do it again. You create that 1 degree shift to perpetually move yourself forward down the link of the golf course, the fairway. And as you're doing it, you want to try and avoid those hazards, but you're not going to avoid them every time. Not every day is going to be easy. Not every day is going to be difficult. Not every day you're going to want to do it. Not every day you're going to want to keep playing the game. There are many times where I'm just like, I don't know why I'm playing this game of golf. Maybe I should just stop. But you stick with it. You get better. You learn. And you expand your game. And you may not become a professional, but you're committed to the process. You're committed to making sure that you're making that 1 degree shift in your life. So, there, my friends, there's my take on the game of golf and how it relates to life. And if you've never golfed before, I highly encourage you to go out and do it, because then you might know what I'm talking about. But hopefully, I did a good job explaining to you how I think it relates to life. And if you didn't get anything from that video, then just remember, it's just that 1 degree shift. You hear people all over the internet saying you can't eat an elephant in 1 bite. It's very small bites, 1 bite at a time. So you may be struggling right now. You may need to make that 1 degree shift in some area of your life, body, being, balance, business. And if you do, I'd like to help you. So we can talk about golf all we want, and I can tell you how you can make that 1 degree shift in your life. So if you're interested in rising with me, shoot me a DM here on Instagram, and we'll start having a conversation. So, last thing I'll say, guys, is I know it's Friday. Typically, this is where everybody lets off the gas. Typically, this is where people let their boundaries or their plan that they put in place go. And I would encourage you to not be that way. Make that 1 degree shift today. Maybe you're going to go out with friends for happy hour, have one less, alcoholic drink. Make sure you don't skip working out tomorrow. This is where separation begins. This is where that 1 degree shift begins. Don't throw it all away just for a weekend. You can still enjoy life, but you don't need to go crazy and throw away all your goals. So, hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for popping on.